Hello everyone and welcome to Deano Outdoors. In this video I'm going to show you how to mount your Minn Kota Ulterra trolling motor to this MKA-32 Quick Release Bracket. So let's begin. Begin by removing this cover from the top plate. Using a number 3 screwdriver, remove the 2 bolts from both sides of these plates. Set these off to the side. Next, we need to remove this damper. There's 2 E-clips located on both sides here. Take a small screwdriver and pop those clips off. Set them off to the side, make sure you don't lose them. It's a good idea to remember, maybe take a picture of which way this damper goes onto your unit here before removing it. Slides right off. You can see there's an arrow. That'll face towards the bow of your trolling motor. That'll face towards the bow of your boat. Now we got access to the 3 mounting holes. Now you want to locate the top mounting bracket plate. You're going to need your 6 clipped washers that came with your Minn Kota trolling motor, and also these hex bolts, the shorter ones that came with your trolling motor. You're going to want to use the hex bolts, not the bolts that came with the mounting bracket. These Phillips head bolts that came with the mounting bracket are not going to work, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. So put them off to the side. You're going to need to determine which way this goes, which way this faces. Easiest way to do that, flip it over. Find your base plate, bottom plate that's going to mount to your bow. This bracket, you know, is going to go towards the head of the trolling motor inside of your boat. So if we set that down, we can see that that's going to line up with that plate right there. So you want this facing towards the front of the boat. Flip that over. Going to place our trolling motor on top. Next, we're going to need to line up our holes. I like to take a small screwdriver, place it inside, wiggle it around till you got your holes lined up. Now with your holes lined up, take your hex bolt, a clipped washer. The clip part of the washer needs to be against the side frame of your trolling motor here. Take a 7/16 wrench and just snug them down. Don't fully tighten them yet. Install the last 2 on this side, just finger tighten. Be sure not to damage these wires. These are your sensor wires here. Make sure you keep those out of the way. It's important that those do not get damaged. Now we'll come around to the other side of the motor. Here's your drive motor for this auto deploy and auto stow here. This is why you do not want to use the Phillips head bolts, because you cannot get in here to tighten them with anything because this motor is going to be in your way. So we're going to use a clipped washer, a bolt. Grab your needle nose pliers to get it set in there. We'll get it finger tightened. It's a little tricky, this one right here. Just take your time. You'll get it. And now you can get on it with your 7/16 and you'll be able to snug it up. If you were using your Phillips head, there's no way you can get a screwdriver down into to tighten this one up. Finish up with the other two and then snug them all up. Now with your 6 bolts firmly tightened down, it's time to reinstall the damper. We're going to place our damper with the arrow facing towards the outside of the boat or towards the drive motor here. I'm going to start by compressing it in. Slide the back end over. Line up the front. Press it into place. And then reattach your 2 clips. One on the front, one on the back. And finally, once your damper's in place, you can reinstall your side plates. Don't over tighten them, just snug them down a little bit. This is just plastic in here. You do not want to crack anything. Finish up with the other side plate. One final step, find the cover that came with it. That is going to sit over the bottom mounting bracket when you're not using your trolling motor. Find the little black plastic tab that came with it. You want to determine which way the little tab sits. So it's going to want to lock in like this. Because as you can see here, when I pull this, that locks that way. So we need this sitting in here like this. Place your cover over the top. Flip it over. We're going to mount it just like this here. Use the 2 screws that came with when you removed your cover initially. So now when you're not using your trolling motor, you have this bottom base plate bracket mounted to the bow of your boat. You can set your cover over the top, lock it into place, and now you have a nice, smooth, soft edge, so nobody will get cut and scraped on it, and it just looks a little more appealing when sitting up front. Now that you have your top plate securely fastened to your Minn Kota Ulterra trolling motor, it's time to take the bottom plate and fasten that to the bow of your boat and finish the installation process of your trolling motor, which I'll show you in another video. If you guys found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any other suggestions or tips, please leave them down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and remember to get outdoors with Deano.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows.